Avant versus Fnatic again, and I'm pretty keen for it. How you going, Flea?
I'm going very well, Dev. I am keen for it. If it's going to be anything like the last matchup we saw between these two, 6-6, we saw a draw between them. Avant, really happy about that. And, but their first ban, taking down at the time, going to take out Jackal. I'm not really surprised.
Yeah, you're not surprised. Well, tell me, walk me through this, Flea. Tell me, what's up?
Jackal's very, very strong on Consulate. Being able to spot out the footprints of people, being able to track them through the floor. I think Jackal's a very, very strong operator. We're seeing Blackbeard being banned against Avant fairly regularly. Fnatic definitely target banning, I believe it's Flossie, their Blackbeard main.
I thought it was Sheafy in the past, but yeah, you might be right on that one as well. So, I mean, it makes sense, right? Avant also did ban out that Jackal on their previous map, so that seems to be just the way of things at the moment for these teams. But we'll go up on into this last operator ban. What's it going to be? Mira getting taken off the table. I don't mind that. So, look...
I think Maestro would have been a stronger ban.
Yeah, look, I personally, I think about it in terms of, you know, how these teams are going against each other. And look, in my opinion, we don't like the purple ones. That's beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you, Flossie. I appreciate you a lot.
We are going to go upstairs for the first round here.
Yes.
Avant on defense.
And I'll look, upstairs is no surprise to me. Upstairs seems
to
be, you know, it seems to be the favourite at the moment. And look, I feel like the mirror ban coming out of Avant is nice. It's a good counterban to Fnatic. Fnatic have had some great strategies for the defending with mirror on this map. And historically, you know, while a lot of teams enjoyed banning out mirror at the start, Fnatic were always prepared to deal without one, but really good with one as well. So, you know, I think that it's a smart ban from Avant. Maybe takes something away from Fnatic. We'll see how effectively it does end up.
Fnatic they knew that Miro, like, I think everyone knew that Miro was going to be, like, a very high priority ban, right? Like, when bans came on, when bans became a thing, everyone sort of knew that Miro was going to be a high ban. So, teams in general just started to prepare playing without her. They started playing without her in ranked. They started playing without her in scrims, just to really get the feel of what it would be like playing without her. And I think most of these teams now. Oh, that's a nice smiley face from Nico.
Shout out to all the Nico's Reddit fans in chat. I'm sure that it's about 50% of our viewers right now.
Yeah. Nico, a very popular personality within the ANZ scene.
Show us some trick shots. I'd personally love to see him. With this C4, certainly could find something. Is he waiting for that repel sound? Oh, is he going to do it? Please tell. Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Bit of a pity there. It up. Yeah, he knows it as well. Oh, well. So, interpreting this Avant defense, heavy presence up inside of admin.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, well, they're not...
Very aggressive defense from Avant.
They're not too uncomfortable about it yet. But, you know, as we see these repels start to take their form, I expect Avant might be a little bit less comfortable. Good peek from Lusty. He spots out something, pre-fires with that semi-auto, but so far Copper hasn't taken anything for it.
Yeah, but importantly, Avant has been pushed out of the admin section. No damage was given to them, but they got pushed out. So Nico's gone downstairs, and Copper just sort of pushed his way back out into the copy room, and then back out into long desk. So Fnatic now with full control of this east side. They're going to push their way in through admin and try and force their way onto the projector room.
Still, I admire Avant for wasting time and then not investing too much utility. You can see one mute jammer, one ADS device, and a minute and a half to speak for it. Now, if Nico's cameras are placed correctly, he may well be at a C4 position, such as where Virtue is located. He's just below it. Perfect position. C4 elsewhere goes out, and now Nico's going to be a lot less comfortable. Was that Virtue making a hole in the floor to take out that default camera in Visa? I think it was. Wow, I really like that.
Yep. Good use of it. Nico finally gets shot, though. He gets shot all the way. That's actually a long shot from Lusty.
Oh, finally the
Virtue.
C4. But doesn't find anything as of yet. That's 2 C4s expended for Avant. That'll be the Bandit and the Mute. But Nico's still with his. However, if he goes downstairs, he's at the mercy of Lusty with that DMR. And, well, Lusty finds Copper instead. And inside of the antechamber, Nico now completely 100%, 200% aware of Lusty's position. Even though he wants to go downstairs, it's just not going to happen. Lusty, from a safe position outside, detonates that logic bomb.
Attackers have located
And
a bomb.
Nico is in such an uncomfortable position at the top of Spiral.
Yeah. He's got one right below him. He's in a very poor position. Nico, I don't think he can get out of this alive. Virtue's going to find him. There you go. As Ace is going to find one. Fisho's going to trade him back. That leaves us in a 2 versus 4 here. 2 players very, very low on Fnatic. So that's 1 down player. Lusty's going to get a field credit on the Flossie. That only lives up to Vicious. Lusty going to pick him up. And Fnatic can take our first round.
Not a bad round for Lusty at all. Just with that semi-auto, never having... Just holding down and repeatedly clicking that. Good job with that Mark 14.
Yeah, doing very, very good work with that DMR. And we're going to go back upstairs. Not really a surprise.
That defense on the top floor is favored by most teams. So we have the Maestro out again. I'd like to see a little bit more presence inside of admin, perhaps. Just last a little bit longer. Trying to get
I
want
want to see... I don't want to see a presence in admin. I want to see runouts from downstairs.
I'd be cautious of Fnatic. Seem to be very prepared for these kinds of things. They're willing to play very laid back and passively when it's needed, such as Lusty playing all the way outside of the front lobby, where he almost managed to find 2 kills.
Yeah, but I think a timed run out from Avant will definitely be able to rip those repels to shreds. But it needs to be timed. They need to have the correct information to be able to do it. So it's going to be like Nico and this Valkyrie is going to be very important in obtaining that information. So it needs to be proper aggression. It needs to be controlled aggression, not just running out willy-nilly, throwing their bodies at the Fnatic squad.
5 seconds to insertion.
Something's got to give for Avant. Now that they know where Fnatic seem to prioritize their push, that's just a simplistic, nice, tried and true admin push. They can invest their utility primarily into that direction. They decide to do so. They also,
and here we go.
Yeah, there you go. So Nico once again trying to do something cheeky with a C4. This mute jammer is specifically designed so that if a drone is thrown directly into that window, it will get jammed immediately and not relay any intel to the attacker on the outside.
Yeah, very well placed drone.
There aren't really many safe positions around here as Magnet tosses a few bullets Fisho's way. Nico with that pre-prepared camera, great eye sky there, our observer to catch that one. Nico now will have full intel onto that paper room as he goes downstairs for a late C4 through the floor.
Yeah, and Fnatic, they still haven't managed to gain control of this admin room just yet. They're only just aware, they're only just being made aware now that they have full control of it. As Copper is going to put a little bit of aggression on it, but then just back out. And Fnatic have made their way into admin now. Raz just looking for these electronics, looking for these gadgets. He finds the evil eye. Oh, not the black eye, sorry. Finally going to take it out. That was a good black eye. It was very well hidden.
Yeah, but there is a second one we saw deployed earlier, and I think it's likely to be spotted out. There you go, Rizrez takes that down. So unfortunately for Nico, not so much of an opportunity for those vertical C4s. With the way that IQ has really come into the meta, it does really restrict how much freedom that Valkyrie has. Perhaps a pulse would have been better, or even just bringing some other kind of intel for that C4 through the floor, or forgoing it altogether. Looks like Virtue with this skeleton key, creating some angles for to throw grenades over and take out Fisher guy inside a projector.
Yeah, you could put an evil eye in admin and use that. That flashbang coming down is not going to get Fisher. He's actually going to use that time to take his phone off. I actually like that because you can do that even while you flash and run it out.
What's he doing? Oh, I know. He's juggling mute jammers to prevent the push from aces. And wow, an evil eye as well prevents those Hibana pellets.
C4!
Oh, C4 blown over the top from Fisher. Another kill for the mute player. Magnet wants to find him, but he's got fire coming straight back his direction. Fisher guy's hungry for blood, but he's also ringing like a cell phone at the moment with that logic bomb detonated. Nico finds one as well. It's just on Magnet right now.
Yeah, Aces is down, but Nico gets the kill credit for both of them. And Avant come up with a strong round. But that C4 was beautiful by Fisher.
And it was fairly blind as well. Just a great read and great trajectory as well. My goodness. I'm very impressed by that defense. And Avant also demonstrated some strong strategic knowledge there and strong preparation. You know, Fisher guy juggling those mute jammers and that Maestro placement also, and not only the placement of the Maestro itself, but also being proactive enough to take out those Savannah pellets. Fnatic just, they look like amateurs when in moments like that, when they don't take out that utility before trying to overcome an obstacle.
Yeah, that was... I don't think they were expecting the mute to be able to juggle it. Like, he still had a jammer in his pocket, placed it down. It ended up taking out.
He ended up grabbing a different jammer.
Yeah, a different jammer and putting it down there. So, you know, that was really good work by Fisher, right? Like, no one expects a mute to just have a jammer still sitting in their pocket. Right? Like, no one expects that. So, kept himself safe by being able to surprise Fnatic with that. And so that was really good play by Fisher. I've actually been really impressed with him this series. I think Fisher has definitely been the MVP for me so far out of this series.
Yeah, I got to agree. Fisher, he's been a player I rated for a very long time, and it's great to see him prospering on this team. Fisher's really struggling with that piano.
The Bailiff's not exactly the greatest at destruction in the world.
5 seconds left.
It's a little bit better than the ITA, but not by much.
Oh, I reckon the ITA is better. But how the ITA used to be upon release now. Oh, don't remind me.
Yeah, it's a mirror man, I cry.
Struggle. Yeah.
But Fnatic now, they've got to attack the basement this time. We'll have to see exactly how they're planning on doing it. I suspect we're going to see a very similar top-down take, and I think Copper and Back is aware of that, or at least thinks it's going to happen, because he's on the top floor ready to stop it. He's got Fisher guy in support as well, and here is a two-man Fnatic team to try and push their way in.
Very similar stuff from what Fnatic were doing earlier on, just taking these really basic concepts, making them happen. Magnet finds one kill from Mr.
Good angle.
It's typically the B windows, and oh, great angle as well.
Fisher's been downed as well. So their roamer's now cleared out. They're not aware of it just yet. Rizraz could get a wallbang if he knew where he was, but that's essentially going to be it for their roamers.
Where are the drones? How many people do we have here and not droning out that position? I mean, seriously, come on. He
almost bled out, but Virtue does get the kill credit. And now it's just down to the 3 people on site for Avant.
Flossie's in a playmaker position, and it looks like he wants to take advantage of it as well. He's got a lot of goo mines and barbed wire to assist his position. Magnet spots him out, and Flossie takes down that drone, but also very wary of the angle outside. He does not have an impact grenade to take out that Claymore, and now Magnet peeking that angle makes it a good decision for Flossie to retreat back.
Yeah, he's pushing his way in, gets spotted on that cam. Probably one of the only cams left up on the map at this point. Hatch gonna get blown. Very standard stuff. Virtue just getting one tapped by an Evil Eye, just being a little bit of a nuisance. Vicious just trying to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. And contemplating
oh my god, no, Virtue.
He's just one tapping him. Virtue, he's gonna have to nade him.
Oh,
and there we go.
baits it.
Finally picks him up. Yep.
There you go. Good move. He really didn't want to waste that grenade now, did he?
Yeah, no. You could see him contemplating it. Like, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? Eventually decides not to. It gets the shot. Nico, he's given Rizraz the run around here. Rizraz is going to have to back out and take out that goo mine. Takes a bit of damage from it. Virtue finds Flossie. So that leaves us in a 2 versus 5 now. And this 2-man Avant squad of Vicious and Nico have a lot of work ahead of them.
Those logic bombs also revealing positions. Bit of potato from Nico, but he does secure the kill onto Magnet.
10 seconds left.
4 Fnatic players to secure this plan, but it's going to go on to the 0. Doesn't matter because Rizraz pushing inside takes it down. Oh, and Fisher guy, unfortunately, has had a disconnect. Not sure the purpose, the cause of that.
Yep, but either way, we are going to receive a dehost for it, a rehost for it. So,
oh, he's back.
He's
There
back. We're back in.
Sorry, just waiting for the call on the admin on that one. That was impressive. That's, you know, I've got to personally applaud Fisher for that one, preventing the rehost. What a legend.
Dramatic timing though.
Fisher guy's definitely my MVP so far. Not only has he been fragging out like a madman, but he just like breaks the laws of physics by reconnecting to a game within about 10 seconds. That's got to be some kind of world record.
breaks the laws of physics, huh? Well, world record would be an APAC game without a rehost.
Oh.
But we can only dream though, Dev. But no, we're going to see Avant go back onto the basement. What do you think they need to do differently this time? Besides, you know, just not lose their roamers.
Well, I wouldn't mind. I mean, if you're going to roam, just make sure you stay alive for at least a little bit of time. Get back to site if you possibly can. Fisher was taken out so very early on. Really didn't have any impact on the round whatsoever. We're seeing a really kind of basic setup from Avant as well. Just reinforce the hatches, play downstairs, maybe do a bit of roaming, what have you. You know, try and create these choke points like such as yellow stairs, try and stay alive on these anchor positions. But, you know, how much can you really stay alive when you've got this buck to deal with? Copper, though, on an aggressive spawn peak, has been spotted by Virtue. This could be a free kill for the buck. He wants it. Oh, shots landed into Copper. Almost down, but he revives himself back to 75 HP. He did not deserve to live.
Copper! That was so unlucky for Virtue there. Very, very good play from him though. But just manages to not pick up the kill. They won't be aware that he was downed either, I don't think. Maybe they can hazard a guess that he is, just because the amount of rounds that went into him. But, as it is, Copper back alive at 75% HP, and he is going to get back to site, or wherever he chooses to roam.
Fisher guy doing the same old. His last time was injured to the rappel on that connector window, but he's also very exposed to any kind of push from the admin side. Look at that. This is what we saw earlier. I love that. Taking out that camera from above. I'm going to be doing that every day now.
Yeah, it's a good play. Lusty's going to find Fisher.
How do you die to the same angle from the same player 2 rounds in a row without having any impact on the round whatsoever?
I think he's just, in all honesty, I think he's too worried about everything else, right? He's got way too much going on around him. He had no support around him, no coverage. He was just left with too many other angles. But Copper's going to lose a fight to Rizraz. And that's their roamers just being dismantled again.
2 roamers taken out in XV1s that aren't helping each other and don't have escape routes. Like, even there, Fisher could have made an escape route for Copper, could have dropped the hatch for him early in the round in setup. But no, Avant lose 2 players to what I really am a bit disappointed in terms of the strategy. Well, that said, look, we'll see how Avant's anchors work out, whether they can have any more success than they did previously, but Lusty's going to make it a bit more difficult for them as all of those site cameras are now going to be working against the defense.
Yeah, no Valkyrie though, so just the standard cameras. You can see there that the garage cam's still up. They see no one. That's going to be interesting for them. They're going to wonder where they are on site. It's going to allow them to literally just walk in and plant in front of that white van. And all they have to do is hold yellow, but Nico on the flank is going to find Rizraz very prepared for that. There's another one out there if Nico wants to get aggressive. Lusty's going to find him from above though and put an end to that flank. So it's just 2 men on site again for Avant.
Finally, the Roamers get 1 kill, but it's an immediate trade back because unfortunately the Avant Roamers don't have any kind of support. Looks like both Avant players remaining are looking for a flank. 1 kill there for Flossie. Good position, but where are the players on Fnatic? Where is this plant going down? Is there a plant being forced down?
Yeah, it is.
Finally.
It's in front of White Van. It's in front of White Van. So it goes down. So now the Avant players have to retake site. They don't particularly have the utility to retake site because I don't believe the hatches are open, which means they have to walk downstairs. But Magna's going to step onto a goo mine on the stairs. But the pre-fire from Mag! He gets 1, Vicious trades him straight back, but now Vicious stuck at half health. They know exactly where he is. He can take his time a little bit, but not too much as that clock is counting down. He's got 2 people to find still, and he has to defuse. But the pre-fire coming out from Aces, he's going to win the gunfight. Fnatic secure round number 4 there.
And it's been dominant for Fnatic on these downstairs attacks. Avant doing the same thing over and over, more or less, and not having any success whatsoever. So we move on to the second last round of Avant's defending half. They're going to lobby. They're not even taking us back upstairs.
They can't. Oh no, they can. You're right.
Yeah, that was my counting.
Interesting. Maybe looking for a potential cheese round.
What do you mean by that? Because look, lobby is a valid site. When you say cheese, it's almost kind of devaluing. Unexpected. Yeah. So instead of just being like, oh, what is this magnet? Speaking
Capital to Capital. I am a fan of that 6th pick. I mean, you may as well use it.
Need to locate and defuse bombs.
You may as well use it. It's there.
Use it for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, what's the harm? You may as well use it. You have the option to.
Every time I see that, I just think it's the captain of the team going, hey guys, I don't care what you say. You're doing what I say. You're picking those operators, and those are your operators, and I'm going to 6-pick from my operator to my operator just so you guys don't disobey me. Anyhow, what I was saying about the lobby press room pick. So, upstairs, mixed results for Avant. You know, some good, some bad. But overall, I think that Fnatic do have a good read on that bomb site. And Avant just deciding to go for one they haven't lost yet. I mean, they may not have won this bomb site yet, but they also haven't lost it. So,
but they could have gone split.
They could have, but I mean, you need a good strategy for split, and a lot of teams I think don't prioritize it.
They like split bomb site, right? Fnatic like the split bomb site on this map. They play it very regularly. So you presume they'd know how to attack it. They have defense strategies.
Yeah, exactly.
You presume they'd know how to attack it at this point.
Nonetheless, as we get into this round, half a minute off the board, Fisher go once again on his mute. He's been doing pretty well on. There's so much set up for the man. He hasn't even reloaded either of his weapons fully. Poor guy.
Doesn't he?
Fnatic are almost in the building here on this once again east side take. It's super stock standard through and through for Fnatic, and that. I mean, I don't know if I'm over speculating here, but I really feel like Fnatic are just saying to each other, all right, guys, look, we might not do anything that we've got, you know, ripping it out of the strat book, so to speak, but let's just take these simple ideas, you know, one call from player, this is the strat, and then let's just play off our chemistry and our teamwork to make it happen.
Yeah, Fisher really uncomfortable being up there. He's died so many times with 0 impact up the top, so he's just going to drop back all the way down to basement. And I do agree with you. I think Fnatic they're not doing anything special, which against Avant is probably the wrong call. But again, it's that timing call of what do you value more, the Pro League win, like the Pro League points, or the Invitational scoreline. But Fisher is finally going to pick himself up a kill on this roam, finally having an impact, finding Rizrads.
And back to site he goes. I think the wise move. Magnet also struggling. How does Copper win that? What was the reaction time? Not something we'd expect from Mag. But he's down. And there's no refrag. Also not something we'd expect from Fnatic. The thing that we've been criticizing Avant for is now a mistake being overlooked by Fnatic. 3 players left on their roster as they walk into these Legion mines. My goodness.
But 45 seconds now, so we're starting to see a semblance of an attack, and it looks like they're probably going to try and walk the diffuser through the front door here.
Possible. Clearing out any ADSs by baiting out a stun grenade. That means that Lusty can use his smokes, but not sure if the attackers are aware of Nico's position in the elevator. It's a play position.
It's something you don't really expect, but no one really sits there because it's such a terrible position to sit.
That audio cue might be enough, though, to give it away. Copper finds one. Lusty trades it back. Vicious. Then back again. Virtue sees one all the way in the basement, but he's the last man standing, and there are players everywhere. Nico peeks it, but Visho guy steals it away, racking up even more points on the scoreboard for the mute. And you know what, Flea? I want Guzhin to be a thing. I think Gujin sounds so much better. I want that to be a thing.
Gujin mines. All right.
No, just Gujins.
Just Gujins.
Oh, mate, I was trying to just going into the bomb site to plant, and I just ran into a bunch of Gujins. That's my new thing, Flea. I'm sorry, but you can't stop it.
I wasn't even trying. Hey, like, just let it happen. It's fine. And but no, so we're gonna go back upstairs. Console and meeting. Potentially, we could end with a tied half, or Fnatic could end up with a 4-2 half.
Certainly, the Avant fan base is excited and reeling to support their team after that first map draw. Fnatic, I mean, maybe they can be allowed to drop one map to a draw, but surely not a second. At the very least, they don't want to be staring down a loss here. They are in the lead, and we have seen very dominant downstairs performance by Fnatic. Let's look at the scoreboard. Lusty on top at the moment. Despite playing support, he's really been doing a lot of work with that Mark 14.
Yeah, that DMR, he has done tremendous amounts of work with it. Just picked up frag after frag. He has been on the flanks, to be fair, so that is his job. When you sit on a flank and when you're holding a flank, it's your job to land those kills. And he's been coming up big with them.
This defense on the top floor has been a bit left and a bit right for Avant. It's their last chance to rack up an extra point in the half. I certainly think they need it because they've got some strong, a formidable foe to go up against when they get onto the attack and have to take the initiative themselves.
Yeah, let's not forget that Fnatic's defenses are generally better than their attacks. So if Fnatic comes out with a half win on their attacks, that's a very good sign leading into the second half.
Gotta say, across the board, these operators, in my opinion, not particularly favouring either side. I think the Echo and Mira both being off the table is a bit rough. But look, we know that the Maestro is still on the table, which we've seen a huge amount of play from, and no doubt Fnatic, when they get that in their hands, they'll also be able to deal some damage. But this is an angle and a half here. What a tight one for Rizraz, and after that beautiful one tap, whipping out the scanner and doing some utility. What a play! Beautiful job shutting down the first player from Avant so early in the round.
Yeah, Copper is going to be a bit upset by that. I don't even think he had time to react. Rizraz just one-tapped him around a corner. It was beautiful, beautiful showing by Rizraz.
Magnet also jumping into the fray. One kill, and oh, I love this. All the Gujin mines being cleaned up by Rizraz at the moment. Everything, all these Valcams as well. He's hungry for it at the moment.
Rizraz doing his job. Rizraz doing his job. Fisho has a very interesting angle. Just proning down through that Habana hole now, but Magnet is just going to sit on a window and say, hey, there's a free dock. And takes him out. Nico going to get the C4 kill on Aces, so it's a 2v4. If they do win this, it's a 2v5.
Oh, Nico.
That's a crossfire. Pulls out the Deagle, manages to get it. Won't get the second one as his teammate's going to drop to Lusty. So it leaves us all up to Nico at this point with his phone still going off. He's going to have to jump the railing. He's not going to reset his phone yet. Finally, there we are. The plan is going down. 50 seconds left. That's going to go for it. And now Fnatic can just sit outside the building. Nico needs to get uber aggressive to win this. He's going to have to pull out some magic, Dev.
A gigantic task ahead of Nico. No C4 in hand. But still a very well-loved member of the community and substitute for Avant. Certainly wants to take this opportunity to shine. Takes out that drone by Lusty. But 3 players from Fnatic waiting very, very patiently. Can Nico even find this first one? He gets the shots put into him from behind. Lusty's played so well with this Mark 14. Nico knows he can't take all 3 fights and defuse. He has almost no chance, but he finds one. Virtue eventually with the C8 cleans him up, however. And Fnatic end the half, 4-2.
Yeah, really, really good half by Fnatic, especially considering it's their attack round. I actually think Consulate might be Fnatic's most comfortable map.
What was that? You think Consulate's the most comfortable map?
For Fnatic.
You reckon? Oh, okay.
Yep. I think Fnatic, I think it's their best map. So I could be wrong, but I think it might be the one they like the most as a team as well. But we're gonna have to see. They're on defense now. They can definitely take these initiatives. they like to play fairly aggressive on their defenses on Consulate as well, and we are going to the top floor. Seeing a Vigil, it's going to get 6 picked off.
All right. That's, look, if I heard that Finker was going to be whipped out in a game with Fnatic in it, I expected it was the Fnatic side that would bring it out, but no.
Attackers need to
6 pick
locate
away
and
from
defuse
it.
bombs.
Fnatic on their defense do decide kick things off on the top floor, bringing that Maestro as we had predicted. Can we attack? Oh, okay, that's a big rip for poor Fisho guy. Poor Fisho. Been struggling at the moment. We're just going to check with the admin if this warrants a rehost. So yeah, Fnatic are in a good position so far, and really similar setup for these two teams. Just looking at it, Ace's bringing that mute really has come to flourish in the Pro League setting now that he's able to be used with the shotgun. I don't necessarily think that's a reason for it, but it's certainly contributed.
Yeah. So, I think that Fnatic here, their defenses are going to be strong, right? Like, they're going to be able to sit here and hold it. They're going to be able to.
Well,
oh, okay,
they
so
may be able to hold it, but they're certainly going to be holding it a little bit later because we've got to do a quick rehost. You know, Fisho guy. Poor guy deserves to play, in my opinion. Poor guy deserves at least a shot. So, we're going to have a look at the schedule for a bit longer. Yeah, so 4-2 at the half, Fnatic leading. It's certainly a bit stronger than they were on the first map. But, look, Fnatic also had a good start to map number 1 as well. So how much of this can you really put down to, you know, the game's not over yet, of course, but is the current result indicative of the final result?
They had a 4-2 half for map 1 as well, but that was their attack half. Sorry, that was their defensive half. So their attack half now, they've come out a lot stronger, which is where I think the difference is going to be made up here. Fnatic are much stronger on their defense. I think they're going to be able to take it here.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic certainly, I think they've been personally doing pretty well on Consulate, and just looking at that setup that they were bringing into the top floor on Consulate, nice mute jammers, trying to hold admin, the fact that they were putting multiple mute jammers inside of admin, not just the one, it tells me that they might actually cling onto it with a little bit more vigor compared to what we saw from Avant Gaming, which was they had the early presence, you know, Nico toying around with the C4 ideas and stuff, but it was kind of like, can we get an early pick before they actually start pressuring us? And once they do start pressuring us, let's just get on out of here. I don't know how it's going to pan out, but I think that Fnatic certainly have an upper hand coming into this with a 4-2, but you guys are going to have to find out after a really short break while we rehost, so don't go anywhere. Here.
Yeah. Luna versus Virtue. Now, I was actually chatting to Luna. She is sick. Right? Right now, she is sick. She's not feeling well. She's a bit under the weather. That is why Nico subbed in for her in the first place.
These teams are getting a bit ratty. You can see that they're a bit unrested after that break. Oh, gosh.
So, it's going to be very interesting to see Luna versus Virtue. This is going to be a great second half to this map. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this. I feel a bit sorry for Luna, as you said. If she's a bit unwell at the moment, that's not a good position to play in. Really, you need to have all the stars aligning if you want to perform properly. So, oh, come on, Luna. You're not throwing and you know it. Don't even say it. Come on, guys. You're on a professional broadcast here. Behave. Luna's just going to be cruising around downstairs with that shock drone. Zippy zapping away at those cameras downstairs. It's not an operator we've seen all the time. Interestingly, in talking about Team Crosshill, I was watching their Pro League match earlier today against they had their opponents, I believe it was August, had banned Thatcher, and so they decided, all right, well, let's bring a Twitch as a substitute for Thatcher. And it's funny because you don't think of that every day. You know, Mute is a great counter to Twitch, and Mute's what we see so very often these days. So I'd like to see how this Twitch pans out, especially since we've got Maverick as well.
The F2 is one of the best guns in the game. Right, like it's an amazing gun. Virtue coming under a bit of fire here. The flashbang's coming out. Vicious. He notices there's no ADSs there, but that's a downed Aces. Copper gets the kill credit onto that. That, you know, the 1911 coming out with a big kill there.
Not so bad at all. Good start for Avant, who are still, of course, as we mentioned, trailing behind. But Flossie finds one on the rappel. Great job there. Lusty's gone down as well. So, Avant in top form.
They're getting picked apart right now. It seems like this break might have put Fnatic just a little on the back foot. They just might have cooled off that a little bit more, where Avant are coming in with a bit of a vengeance here as they slowly pick people off. Luna goes onto the balcony. Not going to find anything. Rizraz just checking his way around. Oh, Luna sees ahead and misses the shots. She goes to ground to reload, comes back up. She's in a fight with Rizraz. That Older is a scary, scary weapon to go up against. But no one lands anything right now. No one wants to overexpose themselves.
Luna just holding down this long arrow. She had a great gun for it as well, but is she warmed up? She's the players just come in, and she does! Oh! The first kill for Luna today in this Pro League match. She may not have been warmed up like the rest of these players, but she finds one when it matters. Virtue lands a few shots, but Nico takes him down with the G8 on IQ. Luna's going straight into the bomb site, pushing straight forward to Yellow Stairs, looking to find Magnet, who's searching for Nico down below. Luna reveals her position, but she has great control. In a brilliant position to move forward. Flossie is the one to find the final kill, and Avant come back swimming.
Avant opened the round after the rehost in dominant fashion. Very, very dominant fashion.
Yep. And
if you're in their household right now, you'd be Virtue just having to listen to Luna scream. Like, we did it! But like, it'd be interesting actually whether or not they can hear each other. Like, their computers are in separate rooms. Their computers are in separate rooms. Let's get that out of the way right now. But you'd have to wonder whether or not sound's coming into it. Either way, there's a lot of things to think about in this matchup. Like, it's actually just great to see two partners go at it. It's actually kind of, yeah, I don't know, it's interesting to watch.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it at all. Once again, great Maestro camera. I love it. I love those. Open up a little bit of the walls so Maestro camera has a significantly increased field of view. Love that kind of stuff. Yeah. Anyhow, Fnatic returning up top, not taking us to that fabled split bomb site that you had mentioned.
I think they needed to win. They needed to win that round if they wanted to go to split, in my opinion. I don't think they'll feel comfortable going to split with only one round difference.
Alright.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Avant on their attack seems to have brought a slightly different lineup.
5 seconds to go.
Copper switching over to Capitao. Also Luna on that Zephyr. A good, well-rounded utility across the board, and still IQ being picked really so infrequently tonight. IQ's so prevalently into the meta, and I think on this map in particular, where Valkyrie is so powerful and left unbanned, IQ is almost a must pick, and certainly helping with those Gusion mines as well.
Yeah, I agree entirely. I think this map as well, you know, Valkyrie is so powerful as an operator. Those cams can go anywhere on the outside and they can see so much. So IQ is definitely mandatory, and as you said, helps out with the Gusion mines.
Now it looks like potentially a push from the admin side, but only Vicious is the one body poised to take it so far. Rappel on that south side as well, a dangerous rappel. Copper very cautious of this. Virtue, oh, he takes quite a lot of damage from that fire incendiary bolt, but Copper may not well be aware of it.
He could put, if he's careful, he could put another one in there.
Oh. Drone coming out. Hope someone's watching Copper's run out. Aces goes for that run out and takes him out. Yes. So there you go. Maybe a mind reader, but Luna certainly isn't, because she allows her teammate to get killed.
Yeah, Ace is going to be very, very happy with that. He gets away with the I think frag. Capitow's gone down. Those smoke bolts are going to make it harder to plant. It's not an operator you want to lose first off the bat. But Nico going to push his way in using the LMG of all things.
Hey, come on, don't bag on the LMG. We've seen Rogue use it a bunch before. Slashog.
It is a very
loves
Nico
it.
thing to use.
Hey, Derper from August has been running this thing like crazy in recent times. So, but yeah, I agree. Nico is a fan of those kind of left of field, you know, a little bit different.
Yeah, it's,
oh my
it's a
goodness.
very Nico thing.
Right now, we've got this chat is completely tuna at the moment. I can't even read anything other than tuna at the moment. It's all for Luna, so
Well,
better make good on it.
she is definitely going to be using those concussion nades. Nico's managed to find Virtue.
With a pistol. Was
Yep,
that through a
could
wall?
have- I think that might have been on a cam. Yep, Raz though is going to trade him straight back out. Luna's going to step into a goon mine, just very afraid of the smoke. Well, in a very precarious position.
Oh, Magnet has a great spot here. Luna wants to push on through, but time is
That's
ticking
a
away.
ball.
20 seconds left. 3 versus 3, and Lusty takes down Luna, comes to Magnet's aid. Vicious repelling inside, a desperate attempt, but he does find one. 2 more to
These goon
go.
mines are playing havoc right now. He's going to have to try and plant. 5 seconds left. No, he's going to go for the frags.
No,
What's he
he's going
doing,
for the
guys?
plant. Flossie, you
going
need
for
to
the
cover
plant.
him. Is he in a good position? No, surely not. Flossie takes
Yes!
down one,
No!
but Magnet denies
Operators, you are out
the
of
plant
time.
onto Vicious. Flossie just not covering well enough. That's a round for Fnatic.
Yeah, that was very, very close. I felt like if the plant went off, if Flossie tried to get the plant behind the desk, maybe it would have been covered better. Like, if Vicious tried to get the plant behind the desk, maybe Flossie could have covered him a little bit better. Not entirely sure, but either way, Fnatic pick up that round win. They're 5-3 up, and they're going down to the basement.
Interesting second bomb site choice. More predictable run rather than going with what you were perhaps expecting. But look,
Defenders, protect your
Avant
bombs from
really
being used
struggled
by attackers.
on this downstairs defense. So Fnatic can make something different, and that certainly would be an assistance to them as they head closer to match point. Just 2 rounds away from a victory, which they would definitely be wanting.
Yeah, I think they'd definitely be wanting that victory as well. Particularly after landing a draw. Right, they definitely want that clean victory. They definitely want the point difference ahead of Avant, because it'll at least secure them. If Avant comes second, that'll at least secure them a guaranteed
10
first place,
seconds left before
presuming all else is equal.
This Valkyrie
5
being
seconds left.
taken once again. I like the fact that Fnatic do switch around these operator
Attackers
picks.
have
It was
recovered
Aces
their
last
defuse.
time around on the top
Attackers
floor, and now
locate
Aces
and defuse a bomb.
jumping on the more anchor of smoke, and Magnets sharing around the love, getting a chance to play the Valk. Well, that's being brought out as well by Avant this time around. Copper's had a pretty decent performance. He had a good showing of it on coastline.
He's a solid Glass player. One of the best Glass players in the ANZ region, I would very easily say. But one of the best things about Fnatic is how they do chop and change their lineup, right? Like, they're a very flexible team. Everyone can play everything. Everyone is comfortable on everything. They can literally play any set, like any group of operators. Anyone can play any of the operators, and it's all fine.
Oh,
Here
this
comes the
nade!
nade.
Oh, Lusty!
Ooh!
He survives it, but the pre-fire is not going to work in his favor. He somehow survives it as
That
Flossie
reaction
disrupted
time
by
for
those
Lusty,
legion
as
lines.
soon as he saw the indicator, he bolted. And that kept him alive. If he had hesitated for a second, he would have died.
Copper now knows the Legion's position, but is there anyone to cut him off? Magnet, meanwhile, playing inside of the main office, still
Lusty's
in a
just gonna
position
rotate out,
to
though.
take advantage of anyone pushing Lusty.
Yeah, Lusty's going to rotate out. Virtue, though, is going to die to Copper. He gets found on those service stairs. And Magnet now is going to have to start rotating back to site as Fnatic are slowly feeling less comfortable around the map.
It's a good but slow clear for Avant. The thing I'm most worried about is whether or not some of the Fnatic players can late round start on a flank upstairs. Where was that from? Not sure, but
I believe he
Easy
can reset
revive.
placed.
Okay, fair enough. Nice and efficient reset then, and looks like 4 players near the objective with just Magnet roaming inside a bathroom. No hatch drop available, but he can flank onto Flossie if the Buck is unaware.
A bomb has been located.
Yeah, Vicious, he's made his way outside of the garage. He's going to thermite open the garage wall here, right in front of that white van. Can move in to try and get a plant off if they wish. It is Vicious, of course, with the diffuser. Luna's making his way in. Magnet.
Oh, Mag.
He has not been spotted. They don't know he's there right now.
Oh, Luna.
Luna's going to find Rizraz through the floor. That's a good, solid kill. Magnet is now finally going to make his move. Playing very, very cautious. He will find the corner of Luna here. There we go. No, Bossy gets you guys first. Magnet then finds the head of Luna. What a beautiful shot. He is playing havoc on the flank of Avant right now. He's going to C4 open the floor. Now he can cover the plant from above as well.
He missed it.
Lusty gonna find Nico, but Vicious has made his way in. He had to bolt through a gas grenade though. 6 seconds left. He has to go for the plant. He's run out of time. It is a 2 versus 1. He is stuck here planting. Lusty doesn't know where it is. There he finds it. Fnatic pick up the round win.
Oh, it was a close one, but great play from Magnet on that flank. Completely undroned, left to his own devices, and upon his flank found 2 kills, potentially also denied the entry through the garage, but wasn't even necessary, and now Fnatic are on match point. A much stronger performance from the guys in orange compared to on Coastline, where they did draw with Avant. Surely this can't be the end of the road for Avant. Surely their fan base has something for them. In the chat, I can't... Still, the chat is all Avant right now. Surely.
Yeah, definitely a fan favorite. But, we're going to see a 6 pick to a Pulse. This is going to be interesting. They are now taking the split bomb site. So, with the, now they've got the round differential. They've got 3 rounds comfortably in between the 2 teams. They're feeling comfortable enough to take the split bomb site. We'll have to see how it goes.
I'm excited for this. I love seeing this bomb site. And, oh, okay. Impact grenading the desk. Interesting. Preventing the desk from being used to plant the bomb, I suppose that's what it's for. Plant the diffuser.
I would presume that's a good. Okay. That would be a good guess there.
This is why I love seeing new bomb sites. This is the newest bomb site in Pro League, if I'm not wrong there, because it was added after Villa was introduced into the map pool. So, or was it the same time? I think it was about the same.
Same time.
Yeah.
5 seconds to insert.
But yeah, definitely the least experimented bomb site, I would say. And I really like to see what teams can bring. I love the fact that all 3 levels are used for this split bomb site. And as you can see, that is not a viable spot to plant on top of that desk, as the desk no longer exists.
Yeah. We know Fnatic in their early iterations had some troubles trying to deal with that desk. So, you know, if you can't, because their plan is just to C4 from below, right? Like that's their ultimate objective. Yeah,
it's 3 C4s, 2 or 3 depending on where the aces.
Yeah, it's not to hold the room; it's to stop the plant. But Copper though is going to find the first kill on the Magnet as Luna has just walked her way in.
Well, that's 1 C4 off the board already. Valk gonna have to be sitting on her cameras. Look at how aggressive Luna is getting. She could jump straight into bomb site. Speaking of bomb site,
plant's going down.
There's the kit. There's Vicious. C4 does take Vicious down though. I'm surprised that C4 was successful, but Luna now 1 C4 less on the defense. Luna try and force a plant. 1 minute in. Nico fortunately close to assist. Rizraz below tracking both players. But oh, and he does finally find one Rizraz, and 3 kills all the way for Fnatic. 1 player to hold, and Flossie's been spotted out. Not a great position for him to deny this counter defuse animation. And he gets caught in the crossfire. Yep. He gets taken down. That's a GG. Fnatic do take Consulate 7-3.
Yeah, a great showing, and that is the simplicity of the Fnatic hold, essentially, right? Like, you don't necessarily deny them taking site. Well, you don't deny them taking site at all. If you can deny the plant, even better. But essentially, it's a retake site. Alright, that's essentially it. It's a retake strategy. It works really, really strongly if they don't bother trying to clear out the roamers from the top floor. And then you even have people on the bottom floor as well. So, retake strategy is very, very strong on that side, and I hope to see a lot more of it in the international, well, in the invitational coming up.
I've been really impressed by Avant today. It wasn't the result that they were hoping for by the end of the day, but I think it was certainly one to be proud of. Having a draw against Fnatic, it's Fnatic's first draw this season. They've had a perfect record otherwise with 5 wins. Fnatic now will be at the top of the standings as well with that performance. And I think it's a good place for Fnatic to be. They certainly want to establish their dominance within the sub-region because last season, obviously, they did struggle somewhat. They dropped 1 map during the regular season to Deadset, ex-Deadset, now known as Avant. And then following from that, they didn't manage to get first seed or first place in the region as they lost that to August, then known as Atletico. So I think that Fnatic are going to be very happy with that performance and a bit of fan service as well.
Yeah, they're going to be very, very happy with that performance indeed. Especially now, they can go to bed, they can get up tomorrow, and they leave for their boot camp bright and early, so they can start focusing on that, and they can put all their effort onto their upcoming Invitationals tournament. And
over in the Invitational, they will have a bit of a rough time. It's intimidating when you're going up against the 16 of the best teams in the world, and 3 others are in your bracket, and they're all teams who have won large events before and performed incredibly well. But nonetheless, Invitational isn't until next month. Tomorrow and on Friday, we are continuing Super Week number 2 for the ANZ Pro League. On top of that, this weekend we have the Summer Series on Saturday and Sunday, and that's going to be continuing for a further 2 weeks afterwards. Pro League is going on this week and next week, and then we come back in March after the Invitational break. Plus, on top of that, if you're a fan of not only ANZ but the other sub-regions of APAC, I do believe that Southeast Asia is actually live right now over in the R6ANZ channel as an unofficial stream. So there's so much Siege action for you guys to be watching, and Flea, it's just it's great for everything to be rolling again.
Yeah, there is a lot of Siege action happening at the moment. It is fantastic. I absolutely love it. Games left, right, and center, and it almost feels like there's too much going on to keep up at the same time. Pro League, Invitational, Summer Series, all this sort of stuff coming up, and it's great to see, right? Like, all of us just wanted more Siege, and you know what? Ubisoft just said, here's all the Siege you can handle. Like, and I love it. I love it.
All so much more coming up, all these extra events and extra tournaments and such. So there's so much to play in and so much to watch, and the best place to catch all of the local action is here on the Rainbow Six ANZ Twitch channel. There's also a YouTube channel of the same name, and of course the main Rainbow Six channel as well if you like watching the other regions as well. So that's all from us tonight. Make sure you tune in tomorrow and the rest of the week and the weekend, because we just can't stop. We just physically can't stop. We just keep going, and there's always going to be more Rainbow Six. So have a good night, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Catches.